everyone, today we are going to discuss about the biology lesson, the fundamental unit of life, which is cell. So let's start. Cell is the smallest and basic unit of our life, which is responsible for the life processes in our day-to-day lives. Cell is known as the fundamental unit of life because its uses are such that the body needs it regularly so that the body can survive. The cell hence is known as the fundamental unit of life. The cell needs the cell to work and perform functions for the body needs the help of organelles. Without the organelles, the cell is considered as dead. There are five most important organelles in our body. It doesn't mean that the other organelles are useless. The whole set of organelles in the cell are very important in every body so that the cell can perform functions and give a better function to the body. The five most important organelles in our body are in the cell are nucleus, cytoplasm, cell membrane, Golgi bodies and lysosomes. And even smooth and rough ER play an important role in our body. Nucleus is the only organelle that is found only in eukaryotic cell. Eukaryotic cell means the cell which is not well developed, which is very well developed, and that cells are found in plants. Nucleus is the cell which is found only in eukaryotic cells. It has the DNA of the person. DNA means deoxyribonucleic acid, which contains the genes. When there is an offspring, the characters are transferred to the offspring through the DNA with the help of genes, so that the offspring get the characters of their parents. This was the first ever organelle to be discovered. It was discovered by Leeuwenhoek. He is a scientist. The DNA contains majority of genetic material cells which have multiple linear molecules of DNA which are arranged in a set of chromosomes. The nucleus has two major functions. One, the nucleus contains the hereditary information of the parents so that it transfers to the offspring while reproduction. Second, the nucleus coordinates the cell activities like growth of the person, protein synthesis and reproduction, etc. As I said you before, nucleus are found only in eukaryotic cells. Eukaryotic cells means the cells which have a nucleus, an organelles, and they are enclosed by plasma membrane. Example of eukaryotic cells are plants, animals. The cytoplasm is a jelly-like fluid which encloses the space between the nucleus and the organelles. The cytoplasm helps in transferring of nutrients, water and other proteins between the organelles. The cytoplasm also holds the organelles in the free space. Lysosomes are membrane-bound organelles that are generated by Golgi bodies or Golgi apparatus. It contains digestive enzymes which destroy a cell. When a cell is worn out, it doesn't have any work. So the dead cell should be removed. So the lysosomes are released. They release digestive enzymes, and they destroy the cell. Due to this phenomena, they are also called as suicidal bags. Not only by worn out cells, they also do this when a virus or any other harmful bacteria enters into our cells. They destroy themselves, do suicide to save the cells. Cytoplasm isn't an organelle, but we have to include it because it stays with the organelles in the cell. So it should be necessary that we include cytoplasm while explaining the organelle. In biology, a continuous membrane of system that forms a series of flat sacs within the cytoplasm of eukaryotic cells. It serves multiple functions, being important particularly in synthesis, it enfolding modification of the cell and transport of proteins to the from one organelle to other organelle. All eukaryotic cells contain endoplasmic reticulum, which is ER. In ERs, it means endoplasmic reticulum, there are two types. One is smooth endoplasmic reticulum and other is rough endoplasmic reticulum. Mitochondria is a membrane-bound organelle which is found floating in cytoplasm inside a cell. It is found only in eukaryotic type of cells. Mitochondria produces a lot of energy through ATP molecules which are stored in them. Due to this, it is called as the powerhouse of the cell. This name says that this produces a lot of power. The power whatever supplies to the whole cell is supplied by the mitochondria. The difference between endoplasmic reticulum smooth and endoplasmic reticulum rough. Both does a similar work. They do production and storing of proteins. The only difference between them is that the rough ER contains ribosomes on it, whereas the smooth doesn't contain ribosomes on it. The sacs or folds of that are present in the cytoplasm are called as Golgi bodies. The foldings are called as cisternae. The function of cytoplasm is to receive the proteins, sort them and send them to the whole cell so that the proteins are distributed equally to the whole cell. And the Golgi bodies are also known in making of lysosomes, which are called suicidal bags, which I said you earlier. The Golgi bodies are present in most of the eukaryotic cells.